big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't got a shit.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Tonight, it's the NFC's turn to take center stage as we've got a wild card matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wild card game. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Set, ready. 59 roof. Right there. 54 Mike. You must be getting tired of seeing me.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. Finds his tight end Ingram. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson to throw. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Here we go. 60 yards. 54. Hey, check. Go.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Shotgun handoff now to Geis. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here we go. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Right back to Coleman here on 1st down. That one 28 yards on the ground.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here we go. Flag! He's coming. Double up. Flag! Hey, Lord. Hey, we got Mike 50.
On 2nd down and 4. Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. That last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long.
Check 26. 11. Hey, gun. Reset. 21.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him. I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming after you.
Here's Jackson. It's hauled in by Shepard. That's on Kevin Zeitler, acquired in the Odell Beckham trade.
Ready up, 54. Mike 54. Stop your whining.
On 2nd down, here's Jackson. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Rip left. Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike. You don't want. Go. Pick up the ball.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Finding Sterling Shepard for his 1st catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a gain of 11 and a giant first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
52's the mic, boys, 52. Watch the backer, watch the backer. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Pick it up, guys. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Coming.
From the gun, Jackson going up top. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
Even the greats in this game, and he certainly qualifies as one of them, they're going to have trouble if they continue to throw into double coverage.
He better be careful. Throwing into too much double coverage might have a couple of them picked off. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jackson now, going to throw again. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end. 3rd down here. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33. Don't get nervous.
Jackson from the shotgun. And that will be incomplete. It's not going to end in points, but, you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
A gain of 9 yards. 1st down, 49ers.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. We're scoreless after 1.
Here we go. Like 20.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
Coleman now. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, when you're able to break a run against a cover 2 or a 2-deep zone, safeties are back a little ways. What you're counting on is the guys taking care of business up front and then maybe climbing to the second level, that offensive lineman or tight end getting up to the second level and able to block the safety in order to create a big run.
Yeah, making those linemen work with a couple blocks. They look good doing it there.
Here we go.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys are on the board first here tonight. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Down to lose one.
Throwing again. Jackson. And his throw here is incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting to 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. This is Shepard on the catch. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Here comes Pettis on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 29-yard line.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid game. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Show it up, show it up.
Garoppolo now. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
21. 12, fellas, here we go. Hey, box drop. I got you.
Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Well, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game...
Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
Oh, you mean with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Gold with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive, but at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now it's Jackson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
The Giants on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 15. Operating from the gun, Jackson trying to lay one. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
21. Here we go. Go ahead. 11.
Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here I come. Mike check 33. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, check Mike 33.
Ready?
To throw is Jackson. Throwing again. Able to find his running back, Geis.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Giants on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
33. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine, baby. Get this. You're all mine.
Hey, check Mike 33.
3 buzz.
Jackson from the gun. He'll throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime.
Let's go.
Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Garoppolo going to hand this one to Coleman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go. What do you need?
All right, T. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Eleven. Mike is a 15. Check Mike 15. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this. Mike. 21. Here we go.
Double dog. That's the way. Hey.
Bravo.
50, Mike.
Hey, come on, man.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fielded at about the 28. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that, because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback, but you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Watch the boot, watch the boot. Go.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Here we go, D. Hey, it's just me and you. Come on, me and you. It's just me and you.
Now Jackson to throw again. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. A gain of 32 that time. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's Jackson operating from the gun. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head, walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Flushed out right. Looking for Shepard deep. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Hey, here I come, here I come, here I come. Yep, 54's Mike. 54's Mike.
From the gun, Jackson. And Ingram holds it in. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet. Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. You're going to
Mike's 54.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Solomon Thomas, his second sack of the night.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson now. Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Trenton Cannon, the running back. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It takes us from the 30 to the 34.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Like 20! 21, 21.
Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. Yeah, boy, that hole closed quickly, and I don't think McKinnon got there. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. This is away, and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And a good result there, as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Ricky.
To throw is Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Quan Alexander. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. On the return is Pettis. They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down. When they're that backed up, you've got to be careful going after him.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10.
Check, 52's the mic. Short, 52's the mic. All day, all go. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. It's been a long day for you. Mike 52, Mike 52. Smoke. Team showed up.
Jackson now. From the gun, he'll throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Solomon Thomas bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Mike, check 33. 30.
Hey, come on. Hey, check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Check.
Jackson. Open man right side is Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down.
Out routes are always timing routes. And if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds.
Mike, check 30.
They go play action now. Jackson. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Out. Six.
Yo, 33. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Let's get that ball. Delta.
33, check Mike 33.
To throw is Jackson, operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 25 yards that time. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think inclement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Back to the ground game now with Geist. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. D Ford in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Solomon Thomas make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now it's Jackson. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here we go. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But, yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put it all together, and I got to tell you, I am beyond impressed by what I've seen from this team.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
And the 49ers 1st down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Watch a slant, watch a slant, watch a slant.
On 1st down now, run with McKinnon, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
50.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Handoff, Coleman, right side. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
65.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gassed,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Jackson going to throw again. Catch made by Slayton. A first down there on a pickup of 25. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Mike, check 33. 33.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the gun, Geis. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver or tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Throwing is Jackson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Nick Bosa able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. The Giants on 3rd down. Not so hot. 2 for 9 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Here's Jackson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Nick Bosa in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Check Mike 33. Check Mike 33.
Woo-hoo. Mike, check 33. 33. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Hey, check Mike 33. Check.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Giants go on 4th but come up empty. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. Been a very strong performance for them, really on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
Here we go. Here we go. 180. Come on, boy.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Back to throw. Jackson. He's going to let it fly. Oh, man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there for the Giants. 54 yards. That's complete right around the 8. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Ready to get this next drive started, the New York offense at the line. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Well, one win down, still 3 to go to get to the most hallowed ground in sports, but a good start.
A terrific start because they get to move on. Unfortunately for the team that lost, it's a long offseason ahead for them now.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from East Rutherford.